Hi, and welcome back to Spiritual Sage Astrology. I am grateful and happy to have you here with me today. So today we are going to be focusing on number 9, which is the moon in Sagittarius. So if you know anybody with a moon in Sagittarius, please like, subscribe, and share it with them perhaps. Or you just know somebody with this placement, or you have the moon in Sagittarius. The heavens are opening up for you today, moon in Sagittarius, and they have a few things they would like to share with you that perhaps you didn't realize about yourself. The position of the moon regulates your emotional response to life. Her location by house and sign indicates in a woman's chart her domestic ability and her home life. Any planet in relationship to this placement could seriously affect the feminine values of a woman. Thus, a woman born with the moon in a fire sign will be very competitive, but won't spend much time in the kitchen. However, if the moon is located in the 4th house, ruled by Cancer, the sign of domesticity, or in a water earth sign, she will be very domestic. Thus, a man born with the moon in Cancer or in the 4th house will naturally be a good cook. See how that works? It makes sense because the moon is a feminine planet and it represents your mother. And as a reminder, it also represents your feelings, your emotions. Very important planet to your overall natal chart. So a Sagittarius moon is a masculine fire sign. This person loves wild and open spaces, foreign lands. He is the freedom lover, risk taker, adventurer, and truth seeker. He is by nature philosophical, cheerful, and communicative. This lunar position favors learning and teaching, forcing the native to travel far and eventually residing for some period of time in a foreign land. The upbringing is usually strongly affected by one of the parents imposing certain religious beliefs and conduct. If exaggerated, this attitude may in turn be imposed on others, thus creating problems in close relationships. The strong desire to philosophize, to travel, and communicate may also bring instability on the domestic scene. The smart ones will work it out and live in a mobile home or a boat in constant closeness to Mother Nature. Pets, especially horses, are usually found with this moon location, and a strong desire for freedom will always be present. This moon's location predisposes the barrier with a cheerful attitude, faith, and a form of luck. Children born with this moon position must be allowed to recognize and understand God in all forms and should stay clear of religious dogma. Born with great talent in communication, they are driven, both mentally and physically, to faraway places where the opportunity to philosophize with all cultures and diverse opinions will be offered. Wide open spaces, deserts, and rough nature will appeal to them as a last resting place in this world. And see, that again makes a lot of sense because Sagittarius is the sign of religion, and so many Sagittarians, any kind of strong placement you have in Sagittarius, can really get caught up in religious dogma. But the evolved Sagittarius will be much more spiritual and let all that dogma just go. It also makes sense about, the outdoors, because if you look at the symbol of Sagittarius, it's a half man and half horse. That's a very nature type, because it's the half of the horse. So I think they seem to have a good, balance of when they become evolved of that nature, the lower part of their animalistic nature, and then the more refined part, the human top side of that symbol for Sagittarius. In Sagittarius moon, remember, there's always, again, the light side and the dark side. So with a moon in Sagittarius, it modifies your sun sign in this way. The bright side, or the light side of Sagittarius moon, you are more adventurous, optimistic, exuberant, open-minded, and sincere. Now, on the dark side of a Sagittarius moon, you're going to be more restless, extravagant, irresponsible, careless, and perhaps uncommitted. In Sagittarius, the moon takes on a sparkle and brightness that it does not have in other signs. Sagittarius is the astrological sign of higher learning and breadth of vision. Here, the moon's influence loses its passivity. If you have the moon in Sagittarius, you are noted for your quick, sharp mind, extraordinary insights, and an ability to get things done in a flash. Your clear thinking intelligence sifts through sensory impressions swiftly and with startling lucidity. You are the kind of person who envisions great goals and then undaunted by possible failure, sets out achieving them. You rarely listen to advice about pitfalls and drawbacks, nor do you wait to find out a plan impractical or unworkable. With energy and enthusiasm, you rush in and usually accomplish what you set out to do. One reason for your success is your keen judgment. With a moon in this sign of lofty vision, you have a way of seeing farther than people with the moon in other signs. As a moon Sagittarian, you are fond of open spaces, travel, new people, different surroundings. Among your most winning traits is adaptability to different kinds of personalities and to foreign and strange places. Your immediate reaction to a new experience is to explore and learn more. To you, a chance to expand your horizons is always welcome, and you are not exclusively interested in making a profit. Money, in fact, does not stay long in your pocket or checking account. You feel that the whole purpose of money is to buy pleasure. You want to enjoy life. At times, you can be quite careless and reckless. Since you believe in your luck, you tend to abandon yourself to whatever fate has in store. You operate on the theory of optimistic fatalism. The danger is that you may push your luck too far. However, a setback does not keep you down for long. With renewed high spirits and a fresh outlook, you hitch up your wagon once more to the stars. Because of your charm and geniality, you have a knack for making friends. You also have a witty way with words and a buoyant sense of humor. Your social gaiety sweeps others along a tidal wave of goodwill. One of your most endearing qualities is your ability to perceive the best in people. When you criticize, you do so with such openness and candor that is comparatively easy to take. Unlike the other fire moons, such as Moon Aries or Moon Leo, Sagittarians are not highly sexed and passionate. You look on love more as an adventure. You enjoy the thrill of discovery, the stimulating high of being in love, but you are unwilling to immerse yourself in a deep emotional intensity. After a while, your lovers may complain of your detachment or unreasonableness. A perfect soulmate for you is someone who looks more outward than inward, and in time your love affairs become more like friendships. You are also noted for a roving eye and a refusal to be tied down to one person or a place. You need a lot of personal space and independence. This does not necessarily make you a bad marriage partner. You are a marvelous companion. It is just that you do have a certain lightheartedness about love and fidelity. Life to you means change and variety, and this attitude has a way of also applying to love. No matter what your sun sign may be, the Sagittarian moon qualities of optimism and expansion express themselves in your personality. If your sun is in a fire sign such as Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, a Sagittarius moon accentuates your self-confidence, adventurous nature, and appetite for experience. If your sun is in an air sign such as Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, a Sagittarius moon lends you vitality, enthusiasm, a keen intellect, and a talent for salesmanship. If your sun is in an earth sign such as Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you combine common sense practicality with a lofty, creative outlook. This is an excellent position for people in politics and law. If your sun sign is in a water sign such as Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, your emotional, imaginative personality is galvanized by the energy and philosophical vision of a Sagittarius moon. This is a successful combination for writers and artists. Whatever your sun sign, a Sagittarius moon gives you a love for learning, humanitarian instincts, and a gift for being an independent thinker. Now I'd like to bring out a few famous people with the moon in Sagittarius. So we have Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong was one of the astronauts. Neil Armstrong had his moon in Sagittarius. Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll was a author, poet, mathematician, and photographer. One of his notable works is Alice in Wonderland, and the sequel, Looking Through the Looking Glass. He was noted for his facility with wordplay, logic, and fantasy. So Lewis Carroll had his moon in Sagittarius. Bing Crosby, crooner from the 40s, 50s era. Bing Crosby, actor, crooner from the 40s, 50s era, had his moon in Sagittarius. Let's see here. And we have Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein, I think we're all familiar with Albert Einstein. I was thinking that Albert Einstein had a moon in Pisces, so I'm not sure if that is correct, but he might have just been a Pisces with a Sagittarius moon. So I don't know. Albert Einstein might have had his moon in Sagittarius. Again, I think we all know who Albert Einstein is. Albert Einstein had his moon in Sagittarius. Okay, Vincent van Gogh. The painter, there's really no words for Vincent van Gogh. The painter. I believe he was an Aries sun, and evidently he had his moon in Sagittarius. Vincent van Gogh, moon in Sagittarius. Bob Hope. Bob Hope was a screen star also from the 40s, 50s. Bob Hope had his moon in Sagittarius. Anthony Hopkins, the wonderful, I believe, British actor. Anthony Hopkins in several films through the years. Anthony Hopkins has his moon in Sagittarius. We have Henry Matisse. Henry Matisse was another artist. Henry Matisse, another painter, had his moon in Sagittarius. Lots of painters evidently had their moon in Sagittarius. I'm trying to think of the other. Who was the other? The other sign that had a lot of painters. I think it was Scorpio. It was either. I think it was Scorpio's sun. I noticed that. They have a lot of painters. I mean, there's a lot of painters that have a Scorpio sun, and evidently a lot of painters with their moon in Sagittarius. So Pablo Picasso. See, I believe Pablo Picasso is a Scorpio sun, and he also has his moon in Sagittarius. Another, he was an abstract painter. Pablo Picasso had his moon in Sagittarius. Howard Hughes, American aviator, engineer, industrialist, and film producer. He's known here in America, perhaps worldwide, as also being quite wealthy. Philanthropist also, and a pilot. Yeah, one of the richest people in the world, actually, and most influential. Howard Hughes, because he was an important in the aviation industry, had his moon in Sagittarius. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the composer, conductor. Again, I think most people are aware of Mozart and his classical music, his incredible music. Had the moon in Sagittarius. And lastly would be Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has her moon in Sagittarius, and that will conclude the moon in Sagittarius. Please like and subscribe so that you can help me to get some of these videos out to other people that really enjoy astrology and can really benefit from some of these videos that I'm putting out there. I would really appreciate the exchange of energy. Oh, that would be so amazing and great if you could do that for me. And next time you go out and look up at that beautiful moon and those stars and those heavens, moon in Sagittarius, know that you are indeed noble because you are made from those stars. Have a lovely day.